very strange. The snow here is like icy little flakes. I just walked about 8 minutes to my bus stop. I only have like 4 or 5 hours to spend in Stockholm today, and I did sleep in this morning because I just needed it. My face looks so shiny. Stockholm Central train station. I gotta find something to eat, something quick, and then I go just bang, 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 thing after thing. I took a detour to go down this cute little strip of, that's funny, I say strip and there's a lingerie shop right there. No, strip of shops, and I got myself a little semla, which is like a Swedish classic, and it's got a love heart on it. It is Valentine's Day. That's yummy. It's kind of hard to eat though. This is for Chinese New Year. Here's the pointing. There's something so sweet and like, I don't know, romantic about watching people ice skate. And it's Valentine's Day. This is the second year in a row that I've been overseas for Valentine's Day. I was in Bali last year. So this is just one giant massive frozen lake that's just covered in snow. I wonder if this is a safe way to go down. I'm walking under the frozen lake. It's pretty sick. Normally I'd be like way too scared to walk on a frozen lake, but everyone else seems to be trusting it. Oh, I actually am a little bit scared. It's just ice. It's just so foreign to me. I wonder how deep it goes. Very cool area, very cool area. I mean, it is reminding me a lot of Oslo because it's, you know, a capital city, but I do like that, and it's comforting. I for some reason feel a lot more calm when I'm in a city and just around a lot of people. Oh, and it's just like a beautiful day. Again, bright, just blue skies. Big museum, very pretty. Vasa Museet. The Vasa ship. It is pretty, whoa. It's pretty big. So this is the Vasa Museum, which houses the Vasa ship. It's the world's best preserved warship, and I believe the only properly preserved warship from the 17th century. It was built in the early 1600s, over 2 years, commissioned by the king, and then on its very first voyage, it sunk. It capsized, and like 50 people died. It was basically fully intact. It took a lot of effort to retrieve it in the 1960s, and here it is. This whole museum was all about the ship, the story, the history, and also the preservation and restoration work that's gone into it at the moment. And when I was there, they are currently redoing the scaffolding or the structuring for the ship. I think I'm maybe even more impressed by the impressive restoration and how they've displayed this and supported it. That's really, really impressive. And apparently all of the nails and whatnot, they're new because from, 300-400 years ago, they started to rust. Whoa, heaps of skellies. Wow. It's very hard to get an idea of the scale unless you're here in person. I think there's a desk with a computer in there, or a screen, or a TV or something. Maybe it's like CCTV. I will not be going there. I don't have time. I thought Tivoli was in Copenhagen. What the heck? Now I'm going to take the ferry. What is this diva? I'm rather hungry, but I don't want to sit down and eat because I feel like that's a waste of time. Bring back the bakstubbe. Man, that was so good. So quick and cheap. I'm gonna butcher this pronunciation. I'm in Gamla-stan. I don't know how to say it. It's like the old city. Feelings, they just need to grow. It's the only expression I need to know. God, she's on the move. This is a dumb question, but I wonder, is this where like Sweden's royalty actually live? Who knows whose meaning really feels my song when on this page is all for some. It's a white hot chocolate. This old town is really cool. It actually really reminds me of Italy. Wooden horse museum, cool. And the smallest little wooden horse, which is like an inch big, was like $60. Even the unpainted ones were like $40 or something. So I have a feeling it may have been a bit of a tourist trap, or maybe that's just how much the art costs, but I didn't buy anything. Busiest strip in the old town. So all throughout Stockholm's massive subway system, there's a bunch of art. I went looking for the actual station ones, but this is all I could find. And then I had to catch my train to Copenhagen. I wonder what the deal is with these. There was more up ahead. I made it to Malmö. I'm gonna wait, I don't know, half an hour or so for my train to Copenhagen. Don't you dare think of bringing a balloon on this. I can tell my foot's gonna be sore, so I'm elevating it on my suitcase. I'm in Denmark. Already off to a pretty classic start with all the bikes. There's my accommodation. Surely I can go in there then. I really wanted to cancel this booking and just get a solo room, but it was too late. Welcome to the city center of Copenhagen. I don't have any activities like booked for the next 5 days since the one I had was cancelled. I can't walk around that much because my foot is sore from the same thing, but also because I have some pretty bad blisters on my heel. So I'm just walking slowly. What is with the ducks here? In Scandinavia, they love it. I do not think they're doing any boat canal tours. This Valentine's Day ended in heartbreak. Icy pathway. Oh, tumble. Oh my god, it feels so much nicer in the sun. My hands were getting so cold. I only have one hand warmer left. There was this group of like 5 people walking very slowly, taking up the entire walkway. And I tried to undertake them, and then I got bike bell dinged by a Dane who was coming up behind me and went, "Hey!" There are truly bicycles everywhere. I've seen quite a few of these where someone's been cycling and then some person is in the front. Not necessarily a disabled person. Damn, holy graffiti. I'm in that wacky tobacco town, Freetown, Christiania. It was an intentional anarchist community. And up until 2024, this was the place, like the classic place where weed was sold openly and legally, I think. I'm not even sure. But apparently they like dug the ground up and changed everything. The government did in like 2024. Pretty. Very unusual. Stickers and graffiti everywhere. What the heavy rumpus is this? Freaky. It looks like I was like mad or sad or something here, even though I actually quite liked this place and I spent like an hour here. I'm not sure why, but I've always been interested in looking at like very dense graffitied areas. I find it like pretty fascinating to look at for some reason. Weird as hell, man. There's a lot of snow here. I don't want to touch that because what the freak is that? I'm in one of the little buildings. It looks cool. I'm gonna be honest, that kind of art is not for me, so I didn't spend too long looking at it. It's quilling. I used to do quilling. Is it good? Use. Seems like the rest is like building equipment. Nemo land. I'm literally getting lost in this place, man. So today in Denmark is Fastelavn, and that's the Sunday before Shrove Tuesday, which is the beginning of Lent. And I didn't film it obviously because they're kids, but there's a bunch of kids dressed up and they're doing like a competition over in the cafe here. It was really cute. Apparently it's quite a tradition for kids to do dress-up contests on Fastelavn. And the guy who was hanging up a barrel, that's also part of a Fastelavn tradition, but I'll get to that later. This is also why they were selling those pastries, the Fastelavnboller. That is a very seasonal pastry that only gets sold in February, and so that's why I had 3 of them to really make the most of it. There's someone actually doing some graffitis. Oh my god, bro. I kept this Fastelavnboller from this morning. It's time to chow down. It was yummy, but I couldn't eat that center part. It was just a bit too, like, intense. Hoping that me following this group of people means I'm on the right track. There's a lot of people. Those are some big horses. Oh my god, how are they supposed to break this thing? The suspense. It's getting pretty close. It's so close. It's gonna happen soon. I hit all the scraps of the barrel on the ground. Oh, cute. So I did not explain what the hell that just was at all. So I think I've mentioned today is Fastelavn, and for some reason it used to be a ritual to put a black cat that symbolized evil into a barrel, and then people would take turns whacking the barrel until the cat fell out as a way to symbolize that the evil was gone or something. And so they have rejigged that to what we just saw, which is people on horses smacking an empty barrel until it falls down, and whoever knocks it down fully at the end is crowned the king or queen of the day, or whatever it is. That was quite suspenseful, quite enjoyable, despite the dark history. It was pretty dynamic and like fun, kind of goofy. It was a little like the reindeer racing, but honestly a little bit more like intense than that because it was kind of just non-stop. It lasted for about half an hour. It's funny because when I read about this Danish tradition and how it's been adapted to happen on this day once a year, I never really thought that it actually did. But no, a lot of people gathered to watch it. It was a pretty significant thing. Apparently the horses and the riders make a procession through the town like all day, and that's where it culminates. That's why I wanted to be in Denmark specifically for today. Denmark. Uh-oh, we got another sunset. That means I'm just going to be staring at the sky for another half an hour. This is the drug of thought. Move aside, Little Mermaid. We've got Big Mermaid. These are all those yellow houses. Classic. I bet you this area is fairly popular in summer. I feel like, especially not now, because of the weather and the time of day. More weird Scandinavian street trees. Where are their leaves? I find horses so fascinating and kind of scary. That's funny, they're all just getting drunk. I think they're drinking like warm rum or something like that. That's what I read. I do feel like I'm kind of intruding on the locals here. Okay, I'm on my way back to Copenhagen Central now, and probably my hostel. I have a dinner reservation at 8. Oh, they're taking down all the flags. Man, it must be annoying to be behind that car. Oh, Denmark is over. Well, I sure am glad that I came here. That was cool to see sort of like a very local Danish tradition in the flesh. They looked like they were having a great time. Fit check. I temporarily fixed those pants that I broke in Tromsø. Let's hope that they stay. It was the zipper that was coming undone. But I forgot they had this like basically Vivid in Copenhagen for the next couple of weeks, and I guess this is one of the installations. This is that main strip that I was at today. It's got fairy lights everywhere. It's so pretty. Oh, I like the vibes. It's so nice. I hope that dinner is like nice and warm and cozy. By the way, the reason that I'm going to a restaurant on my own and having like, you know, the 3-course meal is because in Denmark this past week, last day is today, has been dining week, where they basically just sell tickets to restaurants to get, you know, set menus and whatnot at a slightly cheaper price. I felt like I needed to participate. Most of the really nice restaurants were either too far away or they absolutely weren't taking bookings for just one person. It's actually really, really yummy. Well, that was a very nice dinner, very pleasant. I'm not gonna lie, I did have my earphones and I was watching YouTube just because, like, what are you supposed to do when you're on your own for 2 hours and you can't eavesdrop because you don't understand the language? I'm gonna just take a stroll just along this one shore, but I'm not gonna stay out too long because my foot's really sore. Another light festival installation. Is that sound coming from this? I did not like that. Well, I was just kind of walking around and it was so empty except for like a couple of people, and it started freaking me out. This is a pretty cool little metro station though. I'm in Billund. There's Lego stuff everywhere. I'm gonna go to the Lego house and then potentially just kind of walk past the currently closed Lego land just to see it. I have to sort out this blister on my heel because I don't know if you can tell by how much I'm wobbling. I'm limping. It pains me, man. Damn it, I should have come on Wednesday. The Teddy Bear Art Museum is closed on Mondays and Tuesdays. All the teddy bears and the minis. Cute, a little statue of them playing with Legos. Lego, 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 Lego. This is top secret stuff here. These are like the Lego house exclusive sets. just realized I was going through the history section in reverse, so I started with the most recent stuff and I was really confused.
Guess I must be having fun. Less we say about it, the better. Make it up as we go along. Feet on the ground, head in the sky. It's okay, I know nothing's wrong, nothing. Oh, I got plenty of time. You got light in your eyes.
The orchestra. I tried making something like this and I can't figure out these pieces, so this is the best I could do.
Never for money, always for love. Cover up and say goodnight. Say goodnight.
I was looking at this and I said, wow, this really reminds me of like Australia and the Easter show. And then I looked down and the artist is Australian. This guy's nose is a chicken and this guy's nose is a dog. Also, there's a moustache that's a croissant. I recognize some of these. I love this one. Look at all of the cute little characters.
Home is where I want to be, but I guess I'm already there. I come home, she lifted up her wings. I guess that this must be the place. I can't tell
Holy moly.
another. Did I find you?
I'm having too much fun with this. Look at her, she's got a little... Oh, this is me in the future winning a Nobel Prize. This is the closest thing I could find to a lab coat. I think they're doing like stop motion.
I'll be
I think it's some kind of game. Check it out. It's making Lego. Oh, and look. They're getting packaged. It's a celebrity. I want a set like this. And like this as well. I just had a grand old time in the Lego house. I spent 3.5 hours there. I picked up a little something, not for myself, as a gift. See, it's too snowy and gross to go up there, but that's what it looks like from the top of the building. It's pretty cool. I just realized that the street in front of the Lego house is named after the founder of Lego. Cute. See, this is Legoland. It's closed because it's winter and, you know, there's an off season. It's still pretty cool from the outside, honestly. There it is. Ooh, who's that guy? Here we have Castle Hotel, which is also part of Legoland. Now that's pretty much all I can see. So I'm just gonna head back to Copenhagen. There's a dog. Now there's a child. That's one of them. I'm just looking for a dessert place because I feel like dessert for dinner. I almost don't even care how much they cost. This is exactly what I was after. Oh yeah, I stole this. Dinner. This is weird. It's not very sweet at all. It's like almost completely unflavored ice cream. It's weird. Is it spelling something? It is. It is quite a lively hostel and there's a lot of socialness going on, like people are playing cards and stuff downstairs. I can't bring myself to just be like, hey, mind if I join? I was sitting down there on my laptop but it started to smell really badly like cigarette smoke, so I'm going off to my room. I just realized that I forgot a scarf today. I have got this turtleneck that my nose might get kind of cold. Damn, he's so big. It's nice weather. I thought it was supposed to be shithouse today. Marble sculptures are so impressive. This place is so cute. And I guess those are the layers of paint, multiple layers. Oh, they're obsessed with this painting. What the hell? What is happening to my hair? There's only so much time that I could spend in an art gallery, so I'm gonna make a move. Okay, next stop, I'm going to the gardens. I have still not eaten, so I hope that there's like a cafe or something there. Alright, well, this is the garden of the Royal Library. There's a little tiny house there, but other than that, pretty... we'll just leave that like... I don't want to. No matter where you go, you can't escape the bikes. This is a nice little area. Ah! There are bikes everywhere! Around! This is the footpath. That's the bike path. That's the car path, the road. There's even a separate set of traffic lights for the bikes. Yeah, boy. Look, I'm wearing my new glass earrings. Damn it, this goes back again. Damn, it's actually busier than I thought it would be for a Tuesday at like 2 p.m. It's never ending. I thought it was high before, but damn. Surely we're near the top. At the top of the tower. They're doing a restoration on the observatory, so lucky I didn't wait to come here tonight to use the telescope. This little room here was the bell loft, which was quite cool. And they also had a room with a gallery of pictures that were taken on telescopes like the James Webb and the Hubble. And they also had a section on Ole Rama, who is the Danish astronomer who first observed and measured the speed of light. And this was actually his local observatory. I've been recommended to try one of these from this place. It is dark chocolate, so I don't know if I'm gonna like it. It has strawberry filling. It's quite yummy. Yummy. Good recommendation, Martina. I also got a pistachio mochi ice cream. I love the texture of mochi. I think we will freeze. We'll just go inside, I think.
Definitely were like, okay, that's bigger, but everyone does it. But then it's just somehow, this is piggy.
Fall off. It was too late.
I just go, whole canal is filled with these.
Just got back from a lovely little dinner and hot chocolate with Martina, who I met in Oslo. That was really lovely. She's very sweet, so if you are watching this, Martina, shout out to you. That was great. And thanks for paying. Oh my god, I need to pay you back. This looks like a basketball. Another 7-Eleven breakfast. I couldn't tell if this was just cinnamon, because this low-key looks like jam. But it is, and it's yummy. I swear like 50% of the things that I've been seeing are currently under construction. I'm okay with it. It's just a coincidence. Oh my god, look. Shot bottles. It's this gorgeous little area. Lovely tiles. Oh, it's a dunny. Hell yeah. Apparently these tiles were put here in 1705.
I just wanna talk about when we go out. You come in but it's like I feel so strong. I'm writing a song that you can go.
What the hell? It's all mirrors. Hello. It's been worn down so much. I mean, in the treasury.
on the beat. We move our feet like we belong. I just wanna be with you. I've been blue until you came along. There's nowhere I'd rather be. After 3, then nothing but gone. It's been too long.
It's a little bit dreary. Oh, there's a bit of green. I don't know if it's just the tourists or the city folk, but I have kind of noticed in Copenhagen, people aren't as polite as what I'm used to. Like I was getting off the bus and people did not wait for you to get off the bus. They just charge on. And like you stand to the side and let someone pass and they don't even acknowledge you or like say sorry if they bump into you. I don't know. That's not a dig on the Danes. I have a feeling it's just because it's a city, and I do have a feeling many of them are tourists. It's nice and warm in here. I'm in the cactus and succulent house. That's pretty cool. It's very There's one of those big blue butterflies somewhere. Frogs in here apparently to work as pest control. Oh, this is a cute little butterfly. Look how cool it is. It's like see-through. Wow. This is the one with the cool wings. That's ironic because right now I don't have access to the internet. I'm in Castellet. Oh, I hate walking on ice. It's so scary. This is cool though. This area. People are just sliding down. Are you joking? That's funny. It's definitely a lot easier to walk on the snow because you don't slip on the snow, you know? It's so bright and white here that I had to put my sunnies on. I don't want to be negative, but like if anyone is wondering, I wouldn't recommend Denmark in the winter. Definitely Norway and Sweden. North of Sweden was, you know, the place to be. One day I would obviously love to come back to Copenhagen and Stockholm in the summer. I've been gone for tomorrow will be 3 weeks, and it does feel like it's been a very long time. I miss my family, my loved ones, my doggies, but it's weird to think that when I get back, my life's going to be completely different to what it was before I left, like starting the PhD. I'm not prepared at all. I worry, you know, this trip has taught me that, well, something I already knew, which is that when I get overwhelmed, I really show it. I cry, I get sad. I haven't like had any self-discoveries on this short trip, but I haven't been thinking about it too much. I mean, I did have to enroll while I was over here and that all went smoothly. The hell? Couldn't imagine that being my job. The guards yelled at me because I tried going up to see the only like interesting thing that's around here, but because it's too slippery, we're not allowed. It's not even that like, oh, go up at your own risk. It's like, no, you're not allowed. These are big duckies. Okay, well, I'm a bit too scared to go any closer because I don't know, I think guards might be able to see me if I do. But here it is, the windmill. If we're being honest, yeah, as you can tell, I'm kind of bored. Alright, there she is. Another view. I'm really not sure why, but you know, the Little Mermaid statue there is very famous. Interesting sculptures. Ugh. She's freaky. I like this one better. I like wind turbines. I think that they're cool. This area feels like almost entirely abandoned. No internet, but thank God GPS still works, so I can look at the map on my phone still. Yet more bikes. Hot dog. More ice skating. How fun. This reminds me of Oslo. The vines covering the whole trees. Little bridge, little frozen river. There are people tobogganing. That looks fun. Damn. I think it's the tourists. They just take up the entire pathway. and do not move when you're coming past. Hey, it's a zoo. Look, there's a little monkey thingy in there. I'm in Hund Park, which is right next door to the Frederiksberg. The Black Diamond. Look. Mega green bean. That's pretty. I'm gonna go to Malmö today. Malmö. This is the outfit. I'm finally wearing these pants again since I fixed them. Beautiful blue skies today. Yet another 7-Eleven pastry for breakfast. I'm in Malmö. I'm not sure why, but I've already seen 3 furries. I don't know if there's a convention happening or if that's just like what happens here. It's the turning. I keep saying turning torso behind me. Today's the only day where I actually wish I had my hat. I'm gonna have to look at some bus options, I think. Yeah, I looked it up. There just so happens to be a big furry convention happening this weekend in Malmö. I just like wanted to take a photo or video of this statue, but it's just crawling with furries and I don't want them to think I'm just spying on them, even though I literally was. It's a Thursday. Why aren't they at work? Hey, I got to come up close to this one and not get yelled at by any guards. Those are so cool. Look, there's a bunny. Can you see it? This cafe's kind of huge. Shout out to the Swedish birds here. They're really cool and cute and unique. This park's great for the animals. It's nice to be in the sun. I've been surviving off pastries in the last like 5 days. I love pastries though, so I'm happy. Right there is the disgusting food museum. I will not be going. The well is all dried up. This is the main square. The buildings are really nice. So pretty with the beautiful blue skies behind me. I mean, it makes sense based on, you know, where I live and whatnot, but I do feel more at home right on the sea or the ocean. There are some freaking crazy people just up there who did just go for a dip. I like this place. I've been really lucky with my days in Sweden. This is so amusing to me, but it's like sand and snow together. That's so cool. This is all salt. I really like this area. It's so pretty. It's so funny because I'm like, oh, this area is so beautiful, and then there's just like furries everywhere. How pretty. They're in the shop windows. That one. That one. It's all like covered. I wanted to get something that was like traditionally Danish for dinner, but then I just decided, screw it, I just want to save money. So I'm just gonna go to that pizza buffet at the hostel again. And then after dinner, I went to this place called Bar 50 because
Denmark also just so happened to be having something called Winter Jazz, which is an annual like jazz music festival kind of thing during the month of February. I know it was kind of bad-mouthing the winter in Copenhagen, but, you know, they compensate for it with these kinds of things that I've mentioned. At the bar, the stools were so low that I was, like, resting my head on them, and I think that it looked like I was moping a bit, but I was really just relaxing because the band was really nice. And so the bartender ended up giving me a free hot chocolate, whether he accidentally made extra or he made extra on purpose. That was really, really nice of him, and I really did offer to pay, but he was like, no, no, no. So that was a very nice experience, and I'm glad I went. This was the band, Huck, that was playing. Yeah, they were really good. I feel like I'm coming around to jazz. I like smooth jazz. My last night in Denmark, my last night overseas. So yeah, that night, I came back to the hostel and I really just didn't want to waste my last night by just being alone. But all the girls in my dorm, they were already in bed by like 8. So I just went down to like the little social lobby area of my hostel and just sat there. And then there was this girl walking around and taking Polaroid pictures of some of the stuff. And then I like smiled at her and then she turned to me and was like, hey, I'll take a picture of you. And then I said, oh, that's a really cool camera. And then we just got to chatting and we chatted for like an hour and a half to 2 hours or something. Her name's Danny. She's from the UK. She was very well traveled. So she had some like crazy stories and she's been to Australia and said she might plan to come back. So that was nice to chat to her and have a little connection. I didn't get to play foosball, which was my goal, but that's all right. Because this is my last morning and I was hoping to kind of just get the things that I haven't seen done. I am hungry and I wanted to get one of those typical smorgasbord. I think it's more of a lunch thing, so all the places aren't open till 10, which I could make work. This is inside Tivoli Gardens. Some people in the trees doing some maintenance. I don't like him. And the back room. Is this restaurant just full of trolls?
Running from the start, here we are again.
Running from the start. Here
And this is very grand. Ignore the scaffolding. These guards look very Buckingham Palace-esque. I've been seeing this building from a distance, but not up close. It's really pretty. It's closed today.
to break this chain again.
Trying to imagine giving it away.
Why don't you stay?
Supposedly these are called the kissing stairs, and if you look on Google Maps, the satellite view, there's like heaps of people here in the summer. I'm very hungry and I couldn't wait any longer, so I got another one of these followers with nuts. There's the company that kept screwing me over with no mobile data. I only have 4 minutes to pack all of my shit and get checked out. Now I have to rearrange all of it. This is what I'm leaving behind. I did it. That was such a workout. Combining everything into just 2 bags and my little crossbody. Did a final check. I still have my passport. It hasn't left that pouch the entire trip, so I'm good. This Coke is like lukewarm because they were handing them out in Malmö yesterday. This airport is huge. We took a lift. There's a little train. There's like multi-floor elevators. It's crazy. And I'm still walking. The audio was really scuffed here because I was using my headphones, but I was just saying that as I was coming off the flight from Copenhagen to Dubai, the guy who was sitting next to me ended up introducing himself, and we were chatting for that whole walk to the next gate, and he was really nice. So shout out to Jarl. I've been meeting a lot of really nice people on this trip and I'm very grateful.
Looking for something.
I made it back to Sydney. Woo! Dude, it finally died. That sucks. I've been keeping this thing alive for years and I totally forgot to move it to where someone would water it. Reunited with my summer wardrobe.
Why don't you stay?
So yeah, now I'm back in Sydney, and I'm not going to do like a full-on summary and favourites and everything, because that can wait till in-person conversations, you know. You guys can like take a guess at what my favourite parts were. But I will say a couple of pieces of advice. Wear mittens because then your fingers can stay together and warm. Also get hand warmers and foot warmers if you tend to get cold extremities. Figure out exactly what time of year you want to go. If you're going in winter, I went to Norway and Tromsø specifically because there was the Sami week happening, and that's why there were these cultural workshops, the reindeer racing, the performance that I watched, even the like the fire pit in the middle of the square. And you know, I specifically planned my trip so that I could be there for that. Seeing the Northern Lights and stuff like that. Don't book an expensive tour because you might not see them and waste all your money. I chose the cheapest tour that I could find and saw some of the best stuff I've ever seen in my life. So apart from it being just like common decency, offering to take a photo is like a great way to get started talking to someone. And I guess just be open to the unexpected, which is something that I kind of had to learn the hard way. Even with all of those tough moments, this was like an amazing trip, and I would rate it so highly. I'm so glad that I went. I did some incredible things. I saw some stuff I never thought I would see. I met some awesome people. Like, I'm still chatting every couple of days to Lisa, who I met on the Northern Lights tour, and I'd love to stay friends with her. It's kind of tough because I don't know how when you live in a different continent, you know? I'm so glad that I went and learned that I could really just do this kind of stuff alone. Yeah, it was tough at times, but it was really overall like very doable. Making this vlog actually really helped me to not feel totally alone for my first solo trip. So whoever suggested it, thanks. I hope you enjoyed watching, and I'm like excited to chat soon.